Today I fucked up by snitching but for someone's well-being. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some recent r/today I fucked up stories posted on Reddit. Today I fucked up by snitching but for someone's well-being. I work at a place where it is super gossipy and it is hard to prove oneself. I started dating one of my coworkers a while back, and we fell in love. It has been the hardest kind of love, but it is the only love I know. Alcohol has torn us apart and ruined us. Nonetheless, it is killing my partner. Literally killing them. I stood by for so long trying to encourage them to stay away from the poison, trying to do other things, trying to distract them with positive outlets. None worked. We are not supposed to drink while being clocked in, and they were doing it right in front of me several times. I only saw with my eyes this person doing it. I was at a loss at trying to help this person. I love them. With all that my heart could muster. I recently got reprimanded for my own actions whilst at work and management was concerned with my drinking. I agree. Actions were taken against me and I take full responsibility. I also mentioned what this person was doing at work because I fear for their life, and their drinking is out of control. I went to management to try to better them, to try to help them, and I know it may be hard to see that. I didn't go as a tattletale or as a snitch. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone, I was trying to do the opposite. And in my doing I am suffering the consequences. In many ways. Now it has been discovered that multiple people have been doing this, while on the clock, with this person. I had no idea there were others. So, now I am being looked at as a snitch, by my partner and many others. It has been a hostile working environment, and I feel it's me against the world. I did this out of love, out of worry, out of concern, out of care. I have no reason to hurt this person, or my coworkers. I still work there. Why would I want to have everyone against me if I was truly a snitch? I could see if I got fired and then said what I did, then fine, have everyone hate me, I don't have to see them anymore. But that is not the case. I did it because I love this person so fucking much, and I hurt myself and others, and now I am all alone. I am not an ill-intentioned person. I hope that this person can see all the care and love I have put into our relationship after all this time, and that it will become clear that I did it to help them. Never to hurt them. I just needed to tell someone because I feel like I am a monster that is misunderstood. Today I fucked up by trying to park. So basically, today I just drove myself to school. Nothing bad, right? Well, no. I found a parking spot and it seemed a little narrow, but I figured I could fit. Spoiler, I couldn't. I tried to turn in by I hit the car on the left and I panicked. It wasn't a hard hit, but I saw some scratches, so I thought I did it. I quickly parked my car somewhere else and went to speak to someone to get help, or at least get help finding the owner of the car. I ended up getting a support teacher who I'll call Ed. Ed asked me to show him the car I hit and I did. It was a grayish car and it had scratches with dark red paint smudged on it. My car is lighter, bright red. Which I didn't even consider. The thing is, I didn't even cause that scratch, cause if scratched that car, then there'd be a scratch on my car, right? Well, there was no scratch. Though, I still felt bad for even hitting it. I still wanted to talk to the owner, but Ed reassured me that it would be okay. I know there was no damage that I caused, but I still felt bad for even hitting it, even if it wasn't hard enough to cause damage. So, yay, I fucked up. Today I fucked up by faking an Australian accent. To preface, I'm Canadian. I can do a really, really good Australian accent though, as a lot of people I work with happen to be Australian, and I basically spent all of quarantine perfecting it. I go to this gym in town, have been for a bit over a year. It's the kind with yelling, grunting muscle men and slamming weights. It's not uncommon for people to hype one another up and yell in encouragement. I don't know what came over me that day, but one workout I decided to throw on an Australian accent to whatever stranger I spoke to next, to see if I could pull it off convincingly. Sure enough, someone asks me to spot them on bench. I agree and go full bogan mode when I'm talking to this guy. I yell really loud in accent when he's on his last rep and chat with him a bit after. Turns out, he was a really solid dude and wanted to exchange numbers. Fast forwards like a month to now. I am his Australian friend that he has introduced a couple of his other friends to. We lift together twice a week and even got lunch once. I am too far past the point that I can come out and say I'm not actually Aussie, and if I do I think he'll take it as if I lied to him. Every encounter is more stressful because if I slip up then I'll expose myself. Today I fucked up by letting my cat into the bathroom. My bathroom door doesn't latch well. Between me and my roommate that's not a problem. Today I learned why it was absolutely 110% in regards to our cat, Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, named so because he sounds like he's saying gracias when he eats a treat, is an inquisitive little bastard and will investigate anything with undying curiosity. We woke up to my roommate's wand buzzing under the dresser once because he was batting at it, but that's another story. I was getting ready to shower, and set up my Bluetooth speaker to play some K-pop because I'm a wretched human being. As some boys whose names I don't know sang El Dorado, I got the shower running, stripped, and slipped into the shower. I don't know when, but sometime between my entering the shower and the height of the song, Muchas gracias entered stage left. I am given to understand that he investigated my shorts, t-shirt, and then watched me dance to El Dorado for a minute before his blanket reflex kicked in. You know, the instinct that makes them think anything moving under a blanket/carpet/apparently fucking shower curtain is a mouse or some prey animal. So I'm swinging what my mama gave me, well, actually my squats. My mama gave me a kinda square ass, and I keep brushing up against the shower curtain when all of a sudden he pounces and grabs my ass through the curtain with all 4 claws. I scream and scramble. Curtain, girl and cat all come down and hit the floor, and muchas fucking gracias, a little bastard if ever I knew one, rocketed out of the room, soaked and spooked. In comes my roommate and she is laughing her head off. She'd seen the whole thing. I wasn't hurt too bad in the end, but it took a year of life off of me. I'm just glad he didn't get anything more tender. Today I fucked up by meeting my GF's parents. Hi all. So while reading TIFU today, I followed a link in the comments to this and my initial reaction was I refused to buy into the premise that someone would do that, which got me thinking what's the dumbest, most obnoxious thing I've done when meeting a GF's parents, and then I remembered. After cringing at the memory for a while, I figured the story might actually be a decent fit for this sub, so here it goes. Back when I was at university, which, as is the norm for the sub, was like 10 years ago, I was dating this quite tiny girl, like 150 to 160 centimeters, don't know what that is in freedom units, sorry, while I myself am a fairly tall, 195-ish cm, dude. It's not a weird flex, it's important to the story. Anyway, this one time she decides to drag me to a restaurant near her place where her parents were and I go along with it. We sit down, exchange pleasantries, I order a beer and we're chilling. Now I don't remember if I've had a few before we went to the restaurant or if I had a few more there, but at some point I was buzzed and me and my GF started getting a bit overly familiar with each other, considering her parents were sitting across the table from us. But French kissing a girl in front of her dad, as much as it makes me cringe, isn't the meat and potatoes, get it? Because this started with me reading a potassium-based, NVM, of this story. Oh no, it gets worse. As the evening comes to a close and we're waiting for the check, somewhere in my buzzed head I get the fucked up idea that I want to get invited to spend the night at their place. Don't ask me why, I've no idea, didn't have naughty plans, but I did have a plan how to accomplish this. My car is parked in front of their place and they know I've had a few, so on the walk there I'm going to ham up how I'm going to drive home, and like the good and responsible people her folks are, they'll invite me. For the record, I don't drink and drive and I'm pretty sure I'd have called a cab if my plan failed. But it did work, though I remember it taking more time and effort to force the invitation, so they must have really not wanted me there, and who can blame them, and this is where my poor decisions come back to bite me in the ass. We get in and since they apparently don't have a couch available, think they had someone else visiting and occupying it, to offload my obnoxious ass to, it's decided I'm spending the night in my GF's room. Thing is, she shares that room with her younger sister. And not just that, she shares one of them double-decker beds with her. And remember how I noted this girl is tiny? Well, so is this fucking bed. The thing was clearly nicked off the set of Lord of the Rings, and while my GF and her sister were perfectly sized to fit into the bottom and top bunks respectively, I was like Gulliver and Lilliput trying to squeeze into that bottom bunk. So after some struggle I figure out how to kinda sorta fit in, on my stomach, with my knees bent at 90% and my neck twisted to the side. As you can imagine, that's not a very comfortable way to sleep. 5 minutes into this and I just wanted to get the fuck out and just walk home, but I was already committed, so I had to grit my teeth and soldier on. So I give it the old college try and struggle for an hour or two or an eternity. As I'm pretty sure some asshole god slowed time down that night. At this point my knees hurt, my back hurts, my neck hurts, and as my girlfriend is pressed into me, it's also too fucking hot, and finally enough is enough and I make the executive decision to roll over onto the floor and spend the rest of this nightmare there. My GF asks me what the fuck am I doing, I explain myself quickly, she laughs at my misery and goes back to sleep while I lay there thinking about my life choices and waiting for the morning to come and save my dumb ass, which it eventually did. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.